Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be going through another video on how we can use the AI doorbell better through different methods of prompting. Now, as you all know, I actually did a video on how to integrate a Google Nest doorbell with Vision LLM, and today I'll be sharing how I changed the way I do prompting for my AI doorbell images in terms of stages, and how these different stages help me to focus better on the use cases which I want to identify or work on. Okay, so stage 1 is when I first started having access to Vision LLM after successfully conducting the integration, and I really just wanted to have some fun with the prompt. So the prompt is very simple, very little context, just telling it to tell me what's happening at my front door and just make it funny. So just having some fun in general. And this is an example of the result. Basically, you can see here it's trying to roast my neighbor. Well, it is fun at the start and pretty interesting, but it gets old pretty fast, and it's not really very helpful in terms of what you're trying to get out of an AI doorbell. Okay, so in stage 2, I realized that I really needed to give the prompt a little more context so that the Vision LLM know what's going on. So in my prompt over here, I gave it a quick summary of what it is actually looking at. My front door, and that's my corridor. On the left is towards the lift lobby, and on the right is towards my neighbor units, and just wanted to tell me what the person is doing at my front door. So as you can see here, the result is pretty concise and fairly useful. It tells me a man and a child is walking across the corridor, but it is not, in terms of usefulness, it is limited. I mean, it is a quick summary, but it doesn't tell me too much and the concise information which I wanted to know. Okay, so in stage 3, it is more of finding what I actually want to know from the AI response. I actually just want to know, is the person outside my door doing anything suspicious? Is he touching my property outside my front door? And so I added it into the prompt. So is he doing something suspicious? And I want him to really summarize the response in 23 words, so it doesn't really clutter the notification to the point that it is just too much to read and better to just watch the short video clip. Okay, so this is an example of the response. It tells me a person is walking along the corridor carrying a blue object. She places the blue object on a bench near the front door. No suspicious activity observed. So this is actually an example of my wife leaving the house and putting something on the bench, which I actually have outside of the house for my family members to have a seat and wear their shoes. Given the context of what the footage actually is, when you read this notification, it's actually not very useful at all. Even though it tells me no suspicious activity is observed, I felt that a lot more could be done to the prompting to make it even more concise. And furthermore, I still feel that the number of words in this notification is a little bit too much, and at times I find myself just taking a quick glance at the footage of the doorbell footage instead of actually reading the entire notification. So in stage 5 is where I really got serious about prompting effectively. So I realized that if you know exactly what you want, you can implement guardrails to actually guide AI to tell you what's going on at your front door. So for example, over here, I didn't change the front part of the prompt. I still give it context, but I tell it to choose one of the following options without explaining. Because the person can only be doing one of these four most of the time. So he's either passing by my corridor, he's either delivering a parcel, he's leaving the home, entering my home, or he's actually trying to steal my property, doing something suspicious in that sense. And I also give it context by telling the AI which of the objects outside of my front door are my property, so he knows when to give me that prompt. Okay, so this is an example of my neighbor walking past my corridor again, walking past my front door, and as you can see here, this time around Vision LM correctly identified that he's passing through my corridor outside of my front door, and the notification is short, concise, and to the point. And I didn't really have to refer to the footage in this scenario. So this is another example of the prompt working well. I'm coming back from work, and he actually detected that I am the person entering my home, which is correct. The notification is short and concise. Okay, so recently, other than adding useful guardrails to my AI prompt, I've also recently started experimenting with secret messages between me and my family members. So for example, over here, I told my wife that if she's really too busy with the kids and she doesn't really have time to drop me a text to tell me something important like, hey, this is your sign to order food right now, when she's on the way home, she can just signal to the doorbell and OK sign, and Vision LM is supposed to send a notification to my phone to tell me that I'm supposed to order food right now. Okay, so this is the result of me testing it, and I am the one actually putting up the hand sign, the OK sign, and you can see over here the notification is working really well. It's telling me that my wife told me to order food, so I can't wait for her to try it out and let this new feature make our lives even easier and better at home. Okay, so to summarize what I have learned, I basically think that you should first identify what you want to get out of your AI video doorbell, and with that you can properly list down the different guardrails and the different responses that you expect. This will help the AI, like a little child, understand what you want and basically give you the specific responses to make it sharper and more efficient. Yep, and that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please smash the like button. If you want to watch more content like this, please hit subscribe. Thanks.